Hi, I'm Greg Dreiss, Garden Center buyer for Adams Ferriker Farms, and our staff of gardening experts is here with one goal in mind, helping you grow a better garden. If you read garden magazines or look around online, you'd think that there's literally thousands of insects, diseases, and bugs that can get in your garden and destroy your plants. Well, it comes down that there's really only 5 you need to worry about. Those are aphids, spider mites, mealy bug, scale, and one major disease called powdery mildew. Now, first off, aphids are little tiny insects that are pear-shaped, and what they do is they congregate at the tips of leaves and literally suck the juice out of young plant tissue. They're not that hard to control once you know the products to use for them. One of the old-fashioned products used was insecticidal soap. Insecticidal soap is pretty effective on aphids as long as you squirt it and hit the bug. You've got to make sure you hit the bug, otherwise insecticidal soap does not work very well. One of the newer organic insecticides to come on the market recently is something called spinosad. Believe it or not, this was found in an abandoned rum distillery down in the Caribbean. So it gives you an added benefit of having something fun to kill those bugs with. Next are spider mites. Spider mites look like tiny, tiny little spiders. And the way to tell if you have spider mites is take a sheet of white paper, slide it under the leaf, and then vigorously shake that leaf or snap it with your fingers. You'll see all kinds of dirt, dust, and debris fall down to that paper. Look very carefully, and if you see something crawling around, chances are you've got spider mite. Now, to get rid of spider mites and keep them from getting on your other plants, you need to act quickly. It's usually a two-pronged approach. An organic insecticide like this for Mitex that you treat the leaves with, top, bottom, and stems, and remember to get the entire plant because spider mites are small and they can make babies every 5 to 7 days. To keep spider mites out of your garden for a longer period of time, I highly recommend treating the soil with a systemic insecticide. This insecticide, when placed at the soil level and then watered in with a watering can, gets into the roots and spreads throughout the entire plant, making a good defense against spider mites. Mealy bugs are easy to recognize because they almost look like a fungus, but they're not. Mealy bugs are little tiny bugs that are covered with a cottony substance that looks like somebody put cotton candy on your plants. Mealy bugs are a little more difficult to control because they're hiding underneath that cotton candy, and you really got to soak them well with an insecticide like this that has pyrethrins and canola oil. The pyrethrins kills the bug, the canola oil smothers that egg mass and that cotton candy so the bug can't breathe and then goes away. You can also use the same systemic granules you used for spider mites to give your plant long-term protection against mealy bugs. Scale is a tough to get rid of insect that looks like little suction cups or little bumps on the plant. They're very difficult to control because they literally have stuck themselves to the leaf surface. Again, an insecticide containing canola oil to smother them so they can't breathe, and then pyrethrins to kill the bug itself, and you can get rid of scale with just a little bit of patience. Finally, a disease called powdery mildew. At first, powdery mildew may look like mealy bugs, but the difference is powdery mildew looks like somebody took baby powder and literally sprinkled it all over your plants. Powdery mildew occurs when you get hot, humid weather, usually midsummer, with poor air circulation. A very simple way to control powdery mildew is with a fungicide like sulfur. Sulfur is all natural and safe to use as long as temperatures aren't above 90 and it's very humid out. A heavy hitter, not organic but very effective against powdery mildew, is Funganil. Funganil, when sprayed on plants, does an excellent job of preventing powdery mildew from spreading as well as controlling an existing outbreak. Not sure what your problem is with your plant? Why not just bring a leaf in or the whole entire plant to Adams and let us diagnose the problem for you? For Adams Ferriker Farms, I'm Greg Dreiss.